Chapter 22, Section 1, Introduction. The door to the hotel room burst open. Groucho Marx, a wealthy, famous actor and quite likely the funniest man in America, was breathless. He had just received a hot stock tip. Shares of Union Carbide were a sure bet to go up in price. From the doorway, Groucho shouted the news to his sleepy-eyed brother Harpo. They had to act fast, he said, before others heard the same tip. Harpo, still in his bathrobe, asked his brother to wait while he got dressed. "Are you crazy?" Groucho growled. "If we wait until you get your clothes on, the stock may jump 10 points. That day, Harpo Marx bought stock in his bathrobe. The Marx brothers were not alone in their enthusiasm for buying stocks. In the late 1920s, many people were investing. As more and more people put money in the stock market, prices of shares kept rising. By the fall of 1929, Groucho was rich but nervous. Just how long would the good times last? Unfortunately, Groucho's world, and that of every other American, was about to change significantly. On Tuesday, October 29, 1929, a day still remembered as Black Tuesday, stock prices plunged. Stocks lost their value because, all at once, many people wanted to sell their shares, but very few people wanted to buy. Groucho saw his fortune evaporate that day. So did many other Americans. Suddenly, the good times were over. The 1920s were not supposed to end this way. Just the year before, President Herbert Hoover had boasted that the nation was nearer to the final triumph over poverty than ever before in the history of any land. That triumph never happened. Instead, the nation slid into the longest economic slump Americans had ever experienced, the Great Depression. The stock market crash was a key cause of the Great Depression, but it was not the only cause. Other factors contributed too. In this chapter, you will learn how conditions of the 1920s and choices made after the stock market crash combined to bring about the worst economic crisis in American history.